Doctor lab works are done, maybe an ultrasound. My doctor is paid through Medicare Part B.
That's correct.
As in boy.
B as in boy.
In boy.
And then, of course, there's Part C, which we hear a lot of the Part C benefit because our grandparents may be accessing that benefit, or if you're older, your parent. But Part C is what's called Medicare Advantage, and it's Medicare HMO. So, for example, if you have Medicare through Kaiser or Blue Shield, your Medicare is going through Medicare Part C, which is Medicare Advantage.
Okay.
And it's fairly comprehensive. Of course, if you have Medicare Part C, for example, through Kaiser, then your prescription drug plan, which is Medicare Part D.
There we go. D as in David.
Right.
This is the
D
big
as in
one.
David.
This is the new one that's been around for a couple of years.
Exactly. Then
Okay.
the Part D plan has to be the same as your Medicare Part C plan. Of course, if you don't have Medicare Part C, you just have A and B, your Medicare D plan can be any plan that you choose, depending on your prescription needs, depending on how many drugs you take, depending on what level of prescription coverage you require. Yeah.
Okay. What was my situation? I don't mind you sharing with the viewers at home,
Right.
because I had a premium last year and I didn't know I had a premium, and ADAP. That's another big one. The AIDS Drug Assistance Program, ADAP or ADAP. They no longer help pay for my medication, or they still exist,
Yes,
correct? Okay.
exactly.
Can you tell us about ADAP?
Sure.
And
Well, absolutely. If you want me to talk about your specific
Sure.
situation when
I
you
don't
came
mind.
to see me,
Right.
what happened to Michael was that you came because your prescription drug plan had dropped you.
Humana.
Exactly. This is, believe it or not, fairly commonplace. If your prescription drug plan does not get its premiums covered, either by yourself or by low-income subsidy, then the prescription drug plan can drop you. What happened in your situation, Michael, was that you were under a low-income subsidy which had stopped the year prior. They had failed to notify you that you had a premium that was past due, and when they did not receive payment, they canceled your Part D plan.
Right.
There are certain safeguards that should prevent that from happening. And unfortunately, the pharmacy that you went to, which I will not name, was not able to adequately accommodate your switching into a temporary plan. When you came to meet me, what we did was we actually found you a Part D prescription drug plan that covered all your prescriptions, and that was fairly affordable. So we wanted to make sure that your plan was not only going to cover the drugs that you needed, but that was a plan that you could also afford. California has many prescription drug plans, many Medicare Part D plans. Picking the right plan is important, because if you allow the Social Security Administration, or if you allow Medicare to automatically pick the plan for you, they could actually place you into a plan that may not cover some of your prescriptions. So what we did was we basically sorted it out. Medicare works together with Medi-Cal. If you receive Medi-Cal and Medicare, you are deemed to be a low-income subsidized individual, meaning that you automatically have your premiums waived if you pick one of the benchmark plans. California, like many states, has a certain number of plans that are considered benchmark plans. And these benchmark plans waive or have no premiums for a beneficiary like yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. ADAP, the way that ADAP works, as you mentioned, the ADAP program actually covers your co-payments. So as long as a drug is in the ADAP formulary, then the ADAP program will cover the co-payments for those drugs. And as you know, if you have a lot of prescription needs, the co-payments alone can be quite costly.
Very. Yeah. Very. What actually is a copay?
A copayment is the portion that you are responsible for when you go to pick up your prescriptions at the pharmacy. Just like the copayment when you go to visit your doctor.
Okay.
When you go visit your doctor, depending on the type of insurance that you have, you either have a $5, $10, $15, $20 copayment that you have to pay out before you could see the doctor.
Right.
Prescription-wise, your copayment is the portion that you are responsible for when you go to pick up your prescriptions at the pharmacy.
Okay.
If you have Medi-Cal and Medicare,
which is a Medi-Medi patient?
Medi-Medi, exactly.
Right.
If you are Medi-Medi,
right.
Generally your co-payments should be anywhere between $1 to $2 per prescription, so it shouldn't be very high.
Okay.
If you are Medi-Medi